Hi, my name is AJ Cole, and I'm the punter for the Las Vegas Raiders, and you are now watching Spotlight Raiders Talk. Hi, my name is AJ Cole, and I'm the punter for the Las Vegas Raiders, and you are now watching Spotlight Raiders Talk.
I can hear you.
Hey, we're finally back. I always do that to myself when I do these live streams, man. We are finally back, man, with a Commitment to Excellent podcast, man. What is up, Willie? What's up, brother? What's going on?
Well, man.
Wait. I better not see that. What jersey is that you got on? It better not be Padres. Oh, Pirates, even worse. Okay, great.
No. It's a it's a nostalgia thing because me and the wife went to New York City for our anniversary in July. So we happened to stumble upon the MLB store, walked right in, and he's like, "Yo, which one of these do I want?" So this is Willie Stargell.
Okay. I was just about to say now, like, wait a minute. What's going on? There been no Padres because my Phillies was looking good last night. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, no doubt.
We are here. We are live on Spotlight Raiders Talk, Spotlight Sports Network, ShakeBack Media Group. We are live, all that, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, you name it. I try to add more destinations that wouldn't let me. So I just try to put as many destinations that I could. But I'm finally back on Spotlight Raiders Talk. I've been doing videos, but as far as the live stream, it's been so long since I did a live stream on my actual Raiders channel. I wanted to throw some things out there just to let my people know on my Spotlight Raiders Talk side. I run Spotlight Sports Network, YouTube channel, so I got to make sure everything's good on that side. I have my own sports channel called Spotlight Talking Sports. That's just all sports. And then I have Spotlight Raiders Talk. So if I don't do much here on Spotlight Raiders Talk, I'll probably be on the network or be on Spotlight Talking Sports. And another thing for people that didn't see on my Instagram, on Monday that I am starting my degree in sports broadcasting and podcasting at Full Sail University. So that's another reason why I have not been doing much on the Spotlight Raiders Talk. I just got my gear yesterday. Not all my gear, but I just got me a 16-inch MacBook Pro, thanks to Full Sail, and an iPad from them as well. So I'm not on it on this computer, but that's gonna be my school computer for now on. But that's all that's been going on with me. Willie, I know I see you on Coffee and Sports in the morning, but other than that, what's going on with you, brother?
Man, that's a lot. That's a lot to follow, man. But on the real though, congratulations on getting back to school.
Thank you.
That's only going to open up additional doors for you. It's amazing how a piece of paper that says you have a degree in something can actually pave the way for a lot of different things. So congratulations on that front. As for me, man, I mean, still just grinding. I was telling somebody earlier today, man, I'm grinding so hard that I need some WD-40. Because it's real, bro. It's real. It's always good to be back here with you and on the CTE podcast that we created a few weeks ago. Had some production difficulties there for a minute, but we're back in the silver and black, if you will. With that. So I appreciate you guys out there, man. All the comments coming in for both of us. You may not know me yet, but that's all good. And I'm sure Darion can help me out with a plug with my YouTube channel here in just a second. But yeah, man, Sports Empire Network now with you guys. I mean, I'm a part of that as well. Still got the ShakeBack Sports Show on the Big Game Christian Sports Network. A new show will be dropping today at 12 o'clock. Hashtag Brothers of Baseball. I will have a new episode of that on Monday. And then, of course, the real moms of the Shield with Jalen Guyton's mom, Brandy Guyton, and Jennifer Coney Shepherd. She is the mom of Rashawn Gary of the Green Bay Packers. I have a new show called A Show Divided that I need to get that on the network with you, man. It's A Show Divided.
The Show Divided is on the network.
Okay. Oh yeah, you're right.
So what y'all do, because y'all pre-recorded and we just uploaded to ours as a premiere. So yeah, it's on there. It's on the Spotlight Sports Network. Absolutely.
Okay. So yeah, man, it's dope. It's me and Tisha C. She you know what? I meant to, you know what? I need to go grab something real quick and then I'm gonna play something. So I'm gonna do that. You go ahead and hold down the fort for the next 2 minutes, and I promise I'll be right back because I got to show the audience what's going on here. Okay?
Hey, just go ahead and walk off, man. I will still take off. For the next 2 minutes. I got you.
All right, go ahead, bro.
So I want to say with everybody in the chat here, Willie went to go get some sound bites and get everything that needs to be in for the show. But I want to, go into the chat and say salute to everybody here. What's going on? Key in the building. I'm always muted. Hey, it automatically mute me by myself. Don't do that. Damian Bonds, what's going on? What's up, panel from the Raider baby? Damian, what's going on, brother? Thank you for tuning in to the Commitment to Excellence podcast. Willie, what's good? Rosa, what's going on? I don't know what type of picture is that, but pause. Okay, Amazing Blue Raider, what's going on? Spotlight and the other host, salute to you, nation. His name is Willie from the ShakeBack media group. So make sure y'all go subscribe to his channel. The link is definitely in the description. DeMarcus Webb, what is going on, DeMarcus Webb? What's up, man? What's going on, Sleeper Angels? Thank you for tuning in. Really do appreciate it. I will ask Willie what is his baseball team. I will ask him that as well. I definitely will. So just give me a second when he comes back. It is LOL. Gregor John, what's going on? How everyone doing today? Doing good, man. I'm doing good. So thank y'all for tuning in, and make sure y'all share this out and pull up to the live, because we have a lot of things to talk about. For the people that did miss what I said, I don't know if y'all saw it, but or I announced it, but I am going back to school for sports broadcasting and sports podcasting, the Dan Patrick School of Sports Broadcasting and Podcasting at Full Sail University. That's why I was not able to do many live streams or many games of anything of that nature. Oh, hell no.
So let me look. This is breaking news. Let me interrupt your live streaming platform for this utter but disgusting announcement. Okay, so everybody out there watching, Darion, don't kick me to the curb, brother. It's all love and fair and war. Okay, so
where's the commitment to excellence at?
Hold on a second. Hold on. Well, I'm committed to my word as a man first and foremost, and I got to own up to my debts. So you're gonna hear it in just a second. So on the last episode of A Show Divided with myself and Tisha C, Tisha and I made a bet, and of course she is a hashtag Chiefs Kingdom, and of course I'm hashtag Raider Nation. So we made a wager, right? And I have to tell you guys that I was not very happy about what happened. So I have some sound that I want to play. I'm just trying to find it real quick, but there's an explanation. Look, there's a method to the madness. Okay. This is not something that I would have just done arbitrarily. I think you guys know that out there. And if you don't know it, you know it now. I hate the Chiefs. Everybody knows it. But I had to do what I had to do in terms of keeping my man as a word. So I'm going to tell you right now that here it is right here. Check it out.
I'm waiting for it. I'm trying to hear it, brother.
Okay, wait a minute. Here we go. I promise it's there. All right, here we go. Well, why is it not playing? Okay, here we go. See, that just goes to show you something right there. I can't even play the doggone sound. I don't get it.
You should have sent it to me. I would have put it on my Rodecaster Pro, bro. I would have put it on there.
I mean, but I've played it. Oh my gosh, this is so.
If you got, do you got it on your phone?
I have it on my computer. So I don't know why it's not. Hold on, I'm gonna try something else. But anyway, so the deal was that if the Raiders were to beat the Chiefs in the last game that was played on that Monday night that we're gonna talk about here in just a second as well, I would have to wear a Chiefs hat until the next time they played, due to a 30-29 loss to those Chiefs on Monday Night Football at the end of Week 5. The bet was that if the Chiefs were to win, I would have to wear a Chiefs hat until the next time the Raiders and the Chiefs played, and vice versa. If the Raiders were to have won, then Tisha was going to have to wear a Raiders hat until the next time the two teams faced off with each other. So after doing a little research and thinking that it was going to be probably in week 7 or 8 or 9 or somewhere in there, no. Now I got to wear this hat on this show until week 18, because that is when we play each other again. So I slept.
Yes, please put that Raiders hat. Yeah. Because so now on that show on House Divided, you have to wear that hat till week 18.
Yes, sir.
Thank God you threw that hat. Thank God we didn't make. Listen, you can wear as much Raider stuff on this show as much as you can, brother.
But no, man, I thought it would be really something cool for us to do, to inject a little fun into it. I mean, she lives in another state, so it's not like we could have wagered a meal or something like that. So,
right.
And I felt pretty confident about the Raiders actually winning this game.
Yeah.
So that's why I made the bet. I mean, it had nothing to do with the day of or the day before. We made the bet like a week in advance. So I thought it would be something a little cool to give the fans something to talk about as well. Needless to say, I'm gonna have to talk to my therapist even further. Now until infinity and beyond. Because wearing that hat, dude, I'm telling you, I feel like I got to take a shower right now.
That is crazy. So before we get into anything, we did have one question here. It says that during the trade deadline is coming up. What do you want to happen with the Raiders? That's what he asked me. So trade deadline is coming up. We know that Rock Ya-Sin is out for on IR, so he's out for the next 4 weeks with a broken hand.
That's Nate Hobbs. Nate Hobbs.
Anthony Everett is coming back, and Rock Ya-Sin is going to be on the other side of Anthony Everett. I don't know what's going to happen during the trade deadline with the Raiders. I have no clue. Me personally, people might not like me for what I'm about to say right now, but something has to happen with Darren Waller during the trade deadline. I'm saying it right now, and I did a video on Spotlight Talking Sports on why the Raiders regret extending Darren Waller, and I'm gonna tell you why they regret it. Because ever since this man got his contract, he's been trying to nurse a hamstring since last year and last season. Then you go to preseason, and he's not even at a preseason game. He's at the Las Vegas Aces game because he's dating Kelsey Plum. That's another thing. Number 2, no, not even number 2, number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This guy does not catch the football well anymore. He's like it's been times where the ball could have been caught that he usually will catch. I vouch for this man to be the number 1 tight end in the NFL over Travis Kelce and George Kittle. It is making me renege on what I said. It's making me renege because I don't think his focus is football anymore. And now he's saying he's out against the Texans.
Yeah.
What? We had one play against Kansas City, and all of a sudden you have a hamstring injury. It has to stop. The excuses have to stop for Waller. So I would not be surprised if I see something happen with Darren Waller in the trade deadline. But realistically, if I want to see something in the trade deadline, I want to see us try to get another corner, another D tackle, offensive lineman, or linebacker. There are the 4 positions realistically we need. So, Willie, you tell me about the trade deadline. What's your thoughts, man?
Well, I've seen things out there in regard to the D tackle from the Carolina Panthers. And what can you say about the Panthers? They're in a all-out fire sale with the trade of CMC to the 49ers. And I actually heard they were shopping DJ Moore, or they were taking calls on DJ Moore. DJ Moore, of course, the receiver. We don't need another receiver. What we need is somebody on defense that can plug the hole. The I can't remember the tackle's name from Carolina, but he's been in the mix. We can always use an extra an extra cornerback. I don't know who out there that would be available that we could bring in that would not just be a body, but somebody that's going to actually make an impact. And I'm disgusted with Darren Waller. I mean, I'm like you. I am disgusted with Darren Waller. It's like, and I don't know if we're going to be, because he just signed this extension, so the money hadn't even kicked in yet.
Right before the season started, he signed it.
Yeah, but the extension portion of it hasn't kicked in yet, has it? No, it hasn't.
I don't think it has.
Because he had another year left over, maybe 2. Yeah. But so that money won't even become in effect until next year. So he's still owed a bunch of guaranteed money. Nobody's going to trade for that dude. They're not going to trade for him, and you're definitely not going to cut him. So he just maybe we need to go out there and just start slapping him, because I don't know what to say about this dude. I mean, how do you go from being one of the most uncoverable targets, not just at your position, but in the league as a whole, doesn't matter what position it is, to now we're questioning even if you want to play football anymore.
And another thing I said, Willie, is this. You have a girlfriend in Kelsey Plum that plays for the Las Vegas Aces. Just won a WNBA title. She's a champion. Shouldn't that motivate you to get back on the football field since your girlfriend is a champion before you are? Well, I'm just saying. I'm just throwing it out there.
Well, what we can say about Darren Waller is that he does great work in the community. Mm-hmm. He's been up for the Walter Payton Award, I want to say a couple different times.
Yeah, the Man of the Year award.
Man of the Year, yeah. But you're not paid the money that you're paid to be a humanitarian. You're not paid the money that you're paid for philanthropy. All those things are great and wonderful, but the reason why you're able to do those things is because of what you have been doing on the football field up to this point. So we need you, Darren Waller, D-Dub, or whatever your Twitter handle is. I forgot the name of it. We need you to get yourself right. He only played 6 snaps against the Kansas City Chiefs. Or better yet, we were 6 snaps into the game before he went out. That ain't even the same thing. So, Foster Moreau, we could really use you right now. I think you are a better blocker than Waller. You may not be able to run the route tree like he can. Mm-hmm. He does have a little issue with fumbleitis, if you ask me. But right now, 80% Foster Moreau is better than a 20% Darren Waller.
Absolutely. But as far as other positions, because I wanted to talk about it on the Spotlight Raiders Talk, because I talked about it on the Darion Hopkins show, which I do Monday, Wednesday, Friday on Spotlight Talking Sports, and I'm just kind of tired. I think like Mr. Nick said, we're not criticizing Waller the man, we're criticizing Waller the player. Mm-hmm. And it really started to get to me last year, where after the whole Henry Ruggs thing and John Gruden thing went down, I feel like he checked out after that. Yeah. Completely checked out after that. And I think he checked out now. And it's making me realize, if you didn't really want to be here, why would you sign that extension? Just play your contract out, be a free agent, and leave. If that's the case. So I'm criticizing him as a player. Like, it's so many catchable balls that he dropped. Like, and all of a sudden he can't catch balls across the middle because he's scared to get hit. That is one thing that got me.
Yeah.
And I'm just kind of mind boggled because of his story. His story was, being, on drugs and I guess it was alcoholism as well. I'm not too sure. I think it's Max Crosby or anything. But his backstory got him to where he's at now. And I think he forgot that.
And I want to answer your question about why did he sign the contract? Isn't it obvious? There's two reasons. Number one, the money and the guaranteed dollars that he got. But number two, I don't think that his mindset would be in a place where to play out the contract, bet on himself like we've seen so many other people do, knowing how injury prone he is.
Right.
That's the big thing right there. So the evidence, man, is pointing in a direction to which I'm not saying it's Antonio Brownish, but what I am saying in terms of Antonio Brown is the fact that we are potentially going to be robbed of what this man can do, not just as Raider fans, but as NFL football fans as a whole. You overcame all these things. You shook back from all these things. That's right. www.shakebackgroup.com. You shook back from all these things, right? And your story is impeccable. Your story is one that can influence and encourage and exhort so many other people, both in of sports and out of sports.
Right.
Why would you do this and risk everything that you've put out there in terms of being able to help other people? And that's the part that's the part, if you know what I'm trying to say, is that's the sad part, because
it's kind of mind-boggling,
Yeah, because at the end of the day, dude, football's gonna be here, but then football's gonna be gone as far as you being able to play the game.
Right.
But the things that made you who you are, and the things that made you who you are in terms of the resources that you have been able to gather because of a talent, and then because of your ability to overcome things, has got you in a spot where you can be like, yo, I did this, I was able to do this, I can show you how to do it, y'all come on. But if you're not playing up to your capabilities, or if you're quote unquote injured all the time and can't get on the field, all that's going to be taken away from you, dude.
But is it me that this sounds like the Trent Brown situation all over again?
No.
Now, the only reason why I say that is because Trent Brown came here, he got a massive contract, and he barely saw the football field with a so-called calf injury. And then we traded him back to New England Patriots, and now he's doing the same thing with the New England Patriots. So that's why I see it from, okay, you sign a big contract, makes him one of the highest tight ends in football, as far as pay-wise, and you're not on the field. It kind of sounds like the Trent Brown situation all over again.
Yeah.
Or just in general, as far as if you look at the history of the Raiders, we give players big money and they don't show. Ain't that the history of the Raiders? No matter if we was in Oakland or LA, that's
Randy
something that
Moss
we did.
comes to mind. Randy Moss comes to mind. Antonio Brown, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And even to a degree, Hunter Renfrow right now.
I can't say that's a different story with Hunter Renfrow, because Hunter Renfrow is actually hurt. That's the difference. You don't see Hunter Renfrow going out to eat and doing stuff with his girlfriend and his wife. The man has a hip and a concussion injury that they're really like trying to make sure he's good. But they even said Hunter Renfrow was questionable, even with the concussion in the hip. But with a hamstring of Darren Waller, he's completely out.
Yeah. Well, what I was saying about Renfrow is the fact that, and I'm about to bring up old stuff, hashtag Raider Nation. I'm about to do it. Because in that game against the Cardinals, where we were driving to get the game-winning score, this dude fumbles 2 times on the same drive. Okay. So that's what I mean in terms of that. And he hadn't been the same since because of the concussion. I get that. So it's he's really injured. to whereas Darren Waller is just hurt.
It's a difference.
Mm-hmm.
And Dell Jr. says Renfro was hurt when he fumbles. I suspect that, but we've seen this over the years with Hunter Renfro with concussion issues ever since that hit in New York against the Jets when he was a punt returner. That's when these concussions started to happen with Hunter Renfro. So this is a repetitive thing with Hunter Renfro as far as concussion wise. The hip injury, I didn't know nothing about a hip injury until 2 days ago. So I don't know nothing about the hip injury, but I do know about the concussions that Hunter Renfro had in the past, and I'm not surprised that he has one now.
Yeah,
I'm not surprised. And just to throw that in there is that they're going to take the concussion protocol more seriously now because of the Tua situation. So that's why Hunter Renfro ain't coming back right now, because they don't want to be like the Miami Dolphins. Simple as that.
Yeah, I saw another comment, Spotlight, where it was about Darren Waller. It was funny too. I'm gonna go in here and find it real quick. But anyway,
what Mr. Nick said.
What
He said, to be fair, the team doctor almost killed Trent Brown. No, that's not true.
No, not that one. No, it was Free Thinker. Free Thinker says Waller is looking for a hip hop record deal.
Oh, Jack Kenna, I apologize. I did not mean to put you in timeout. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. I didn't mean to put you. He said, you said it was Free Thinker.
Yeah, Waller is looking for a hip hop record deal. Now you want to be hardcore like CB4.
Hey, Jack Kenna, I did not mean to put you in timeout, brother. I do apologize. That was something that I did not mean to do. So that's just apology on my thought. We all know Darren Waller has a podcast. We all know that he's into the rap game like every other athlete does in the past 20 years. We see all these athletes trying to be rappers now, from Shaq to Kobe Bryant to you name it.
Hold up, Darion. Shaq's record was actually pretty cool.
I don't know, man.
It was actually pretty cool.
I don't think athletes should be rappers. Just stay in your lane.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I see what you said right there about Free Thinker. Wow. Okay. Yeah, man. We of course charge us to the game, man. Charge us to our heads and not our hearts. All right, man. We appreciate that.
Absolutely.
So yeah, man. So let me ask you a couple questions, Darion, because I want to throw this at you.
Okay.
Talk to me about, or talk to us. Hashtag Raider Nation. Hashtag RN4L. Mm-hmm. What is going on with Chandler Jones?
I don't see nothing wrong with Chandler Jones. It's just that the problem is us fan base is looking for sacks. That's all we're understand. Yes, you want to look for sacks, but if you look at that Kansas City Chiefs game in that first half,
yeah, he was getting after it.
He was getting after it, and Patrick Graham changed the scheme up in the second half. That's what I say about Patrick Graham. He gets a little bit too cute on the defensive side sometimes. And I feel like now when you have Max Crosby and Chandler Jones, you should have them flip-flop sides.
Or put them on the same side.
Exactly. And that's just, I don't think people feel like they want to see the stat sheet. They want to see the sacks. But people don't understand that he's great against the run. And he had mad pressures, almost had sacks on Patrick Mahomes. That's why Patrick Mahomes was struggling between Max Crosby and Chandler Jones in that first half. And then what I know this is off, but Patrick Graham, he gets a little bit too cute to a point where there's no way we saw Cleveland Farrell out there on the sideline next to Travis Kelce. Did you not see that, Willie?
Oh my God. I almost had a conniption, and I almost had a second conniption right there when you brought it back up.
And this is why I say that Patrick Graham gets a little bit too cute, and that's why Chandler Jones is not succeeding. He gets a little bit too cute, but the Kansas City Chiefs game was a coming out party for Chandler Jones. It might not show up on the stat sheet. It might not show up on the stat sheet, but like I said, go to NFL Plus, get the $10 a month, and look at the all 22 film, and you will see a difference why he was impactful in that game against the Chiefs. It might not show up on the stat sheet, but the film don't lie.
That is a very good point, and I'm glad you explained it that way for the fans who may not have access or the resources to get that particular thing that you just talked about, all 22. Mm-hmm. Because when even even in this day and age, if you don't have direct TV or jailbroken Fire Stick or whatever, you don't live in the Vegas area or you don't live in the Vegas market to where you can't see the game. So you're actually having to rely on highlights and the stat sheet. The way that you explained it, I thought was impeccable. So, ladies and gentlemen, this kid, Darion, he's not a coach yet, but he knows what the hell he's talking about. So
I've been a coach before. So
yeah,
I'm a retired coach, but yeah, I get you. I get what you're saying.
So listen to what the hell he's saying, because it's not always about the stat sheet. And I asked that question for everybody else out there that may be thinking, what the heck is wrong with Chandler Jones? What the heck is wrong with Chandler Jones? And a lot of the times what we see is a result of some sort of schematic move or change that we saw when he was lined up outside on Travis Kelce. Why would you put, okay, you should have done that in the red zone when this dude had 7 receptions for 25 yards and 4 touchdowns. This dude averaged 3.7 yards per catch. That ain't even a first down. But he got 4 touchdowns. Patrick Graham, what are you thinking?
And you know why the Buffalo Bills beat the Kansas City Chiefs? Because even though they had pass rushers, they still had a QB spy at the linebacker position. And this is why I hate the 4-2-5, because it leaves the middle wide open. And everything that Travis Kelce had, 2 of those 4 touchdowns was across the middle in the red zone. Because we have no linebackers. We have 2 linebackers that's going out to the flats and no one going to the end zone or the middle of the end zone, or even QB spying Patrick Mahomes. So I think the 4-2-5 is the worst defense for red zone. It is the worst defense for red zone. You play a basic 4-3. Basic 4-3. But if they have more than like 5 or 6 receivers at the red zone, completely understand you run a 4-2-5. But they only have 2 receivers and a tight end. Run a 4-3. Please do.
And just for everybody out there that may not be familiar with the 4-2-5 it's 4 down linemen, it's 2 linebackers, and it's 5 people in the secondary.
Mm-hmm.
They run a lot of that. Well, up until probably a couple years ago, they ran a lot of that in college due to the spread offenses that are everywhere. So now if you look at the NFL and what's going on, there's a lot of, in my opinion, schematic college concepts that are being brought up, because now you're starting to see, or you're really prominently seeing, more teams with the 31 set, or is it a 13 set, where you have 3 wide receivers, 1 running back, and 1 tight end. And even if you have that, you may have the tight end such as Kelce, such as Kittle, such as Waller when he's playing. You may have that particular position even spread outside, where it's a 5 spread look, but it's really a 13 package. And that's the 4-2-5 that's, in my opinion, is designed to combat that. Yeah, you're right, Mr. Nick. It is it's basically a nickel package, and that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, it's definitely a nickel package. We still should have won that game. And on top of that, that makes me question Josh McDaniels, because people are mad. People are not mad about the 2-point conversion. I am. Because this is the Kansas City Chiefs that we can't beat in Kansas City. Yes, we beat them 1 time in Kansas City. 1 time out of how many years? So I don't go off that. I don't go off that 1 time. You take as many points as you can against the Kansas City Chiefs. I don't care if it's 1 point. I don't care if it's 0.5. You take the points. We have the best kicker in football in Daniel Carlson. Just kick the football. I don't care for the 2-point conversion. I did not care for it. I think it was a stupid call, and people can say what they want. People can say what they want. It was a stupid call. I understand you want to go for the win, but either way, if you want to go for the win, we still would have been up what? Like
we
1, 2?
We would have been up 1 point, yeah.
Yeah, and I wouldn't have mind putting the defense back out there, because the defense did what they were supposed to do to get off the field for us to score that touchdown. And so it was, to me, it was overly aggressive play calling to me. Overly aggressive for the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, and the defense really didn't play that terrible. I mean, you're going against Patrick Mahomes. The defense, in spite of the tremendously bad positions that the coach and the coordinator put them in, they didn't really play that bad. I mean, it wasn't like, we held the Chiefs to quote unquote 30 points, but we were able to get them. We were up 20-7. Okay. Right. So that your defense is not playing terrible. And what we have been doing against the run this year, I think the Raiders are like 9th in the league in stopping the run, which has never been the case. Never been the case.
I think we've always been good against the run, Willie. It's just we were never good against the pass.
We were like 14, 15, 16 against the run and dead last in the pass. That's what it was.
Every year.
Yeah, that's what it was. But I want to go back to what you said about the 2-point conversion and put it in, guys out there that's watching, listening, out there in the chat, put in the chat what you think about the 2-point conversion. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Did you have it? Because this is where I am with it. When I first saw it and I was like, okay, what are we doing? I was engulfed in the emotion of the game because we had just, after that catch by Davante Adams, seemingly in double coverage, that was huge. It was a huge momentum swinger, and you could see him telling the crowd to be quiet, and they did just that. I was like, yo, we just need to tie this thing and hope that we can hold them when they get the ball back. But then I got to thinking the next morning, it took me into the next day spotlight to get this. I was like, okay, I get it. I see why we went for 2, because you do have Patrick Mahomes on the other side. He's shown us that they can get the ball down the field in 13 seconds. And they almost did it again against Buffalo last week, okay? So I understand now the reason for going for it, because if you go for it and you get it, you stop them and you win. If you go for it and you don't get it and you tie the game and they go down the field and you don't stop them, guess what? They win. So
I wouldn't have mind doing that though. I wouldn't have mind taking the field goal and them going down and winning, because like Watts Raider said, we went for 2 with 4 minutes left in the fourth. 4 minutes is a lot of time. So if you take the 1-point lead and let our defense get a stop, which our defense was getting stops, we was stalling them a lot in that fourth quarter.
Yeah.
So if the 2-point conversion was under 2 minutes in the fourth, I wouldn't have been fine. I would have been fine with that. But it was 4 minutes left in the fourth. Mm-hmm. So it makes me think like it wasn't out. Then on top of that, the 4th and 1, where we had Daniel Carlson, could have probably kicked that field goal for us to win the game. And we decided to, I forgot, we went with what Davante Adams and Hunter Renfrow bumping into each other. So a lot of scenarios could have been played out differently after that 2-point conversion. So, I mean, it's so many ways the Raiders could have won this game, though. It's just even with Travis Kelce only having 4 touchdowns, it's so many ways we could have won this game. So many.
I mean, we did everything to win the game, but win the game. We did everything to win the game except win the game. We can't have an effort like that by Josh Jacobs, who rushed for a career high 151 yards. We cannot have an effort like that and then they go to waste. The best receiver in the league, who you brought into your building and then ultimately gave him an extension, he has to win on that route where him and Hunter Renfrow got tangled up, because the dude from the Chiefs, the bump and run was so hard that it knocked the timing off. Okay. Number 2, you bring in the best receiver in the league into your building. You give him all this money. I'm sorry, Davante, but you got to make that catch on the sideline, in which you got to drag both of those down. That's what you're known for. Those 2 things right there stick out to me a lot in terms of him being the best at the position, but not coming through when we needed him to. Josh Jacobs came through. The defense came through to a great degree. Derek Carr had no turnovers in Arrowhead Stadium for the first time since it's been built, seems like. You know what I'm saying? So I put this on Davante Adams. I really put it on Patrick Graham.
Yeah. I see your logic with that, Willie.
Mm-hmm.
I see your logic with that, but we got to move forward from that game. We'll see them in week 18, and this is the time. The way our schedule is looking going into Sunday, we could be back at 500 with this schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Josh McDaniels, I just don't want you to overthink things. Just go with the flow of the game. Take what the defense is giving you on the offensive side. Defensively, don't get too cute. Understanding that we don't have Nate Hobbs for this game, but Anthony Everett is not a bad corner, which he's not. He just been injured. So we got to look forward to the Texans game now. Now, when I look at this Texans game, the one thing I'm focusing on in this game is our defensive tackles.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna say why. Dameon Pierce is a beast for the Texans.
Yeah.
He breaks a lot of tackles. So if I'm Patrick Graham in practice this week, I am teaching them, going the old school way and teaching them how to tackle. Because don't try to tackle high against Dameon Pierce now, because that guy is going to run you over. Yes. I don't care if you're 300 pounds. He's going to run you over. I think he has the, outside of Josh Jacobs, he has the most broken tackles in football outside of Josh Jacobs. And if I'm this defensive line, I'm getting out. Not even this defense. If I'm Patrick Graham, I'm doing 2 a days. I'm going back to high school. I'm doing 2 a days.
I don't think they allow that.
I wish the NFL would. I think 2 a days should be allowed. Because the way Dameon Pierce can run through any defense right now, the guy is balling.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid of David Mills. Brandon Cooks is always an underrated receiver in football. We already know that no matter where he plays, he gets 1,000 yards receiving. That's good. But I'm not afraid of David Mills, and I'm not afraid of their weapons. But Dameon Pierce, I am afraid of for these defensive tackles. So what's your thoughts going into this game, though?
Well, I'm thinking just the same way. Pierce has come calling as a potential rookie of the year on the offensive side of the ball. But I'm going to go a different direction because Derek Stingley Jr. is one of the best young cornerbacks out there. As a matter of fact, we talked about this on some show that I'm on, man. I got so many of them, dude. They just started running together, Darion. But wherever we talked about it is that Derek Stingley Jr. and Ahmad, don't call me Sauce, but call me Sauce Gardner, is they're either one of those two guys could be rookie of the year at this point. Maybe not. It all depends on what you think. Yeah. But here's the thing. I'm thinking that they're going to put Stingley Jr. on Devontae and shadow him everywhere. This is going to be a grand opportunity for Mac Hollins to eat, for Hunter Renfrow to eat if he does play.
Yeah, he's questionable.
Okay, so if he does play, this is a chance for him to eat. It's a chance for Foster Moreau to eat. And I don't believe that Stingley is going to completely shut down Devontae Adams anyway. So
right. Just like Watts Raider said, yep. Stingley ain't guarding Devontae Adams. He's about to get cooked. Listen, he is.
But as a Raider fan, that's kind of what we're hoping for. We're hoping that they do that. We're hoping because we saw Sauce Gardner, what he did against the Packers last week. This dude walked out of Lambeau Field with a cheese head hat on, for crying out loud. So I'm thinking that if that happens, and then the Texans, I mean, they're like 20, or they're like, I want to say 27, 28 against the run. Yeah, we got to feed that beast that is Josh Jacobs. We got to feed that beast that is Zaire White. And the thing is this, bro, is that you said it. The next 4 games, the next 3 games, really.
It's very favorable to us.
Yeah, we have the Texans, we have the Colts, and we have the Jaguars, and we have the Saints in there too.
Mm-hmm.
So the Saints, look, we gotta hope that
we just saw how they played on Thursday night. So,
but I mean, but without you kind of hope that Jameis does play. You're a Raider fan.
I'd rather Andy Dalton than Jameis. Me personally, let it make it easier for us. I'd rather Andy Dalton than Jameis.
But I'm gonna tell you why we want Jameis, because Andy Dalton's gonna be careful. Jameis is gonna just sling it.
Andy Dalton's going to be careful. He threw 3 interceptions, and 2 of them went back for touchdowns on Thursday night.
Yeah, but 2 of those interceptions weren't really his fault, though. I mean, it hit
really.
Well, no, the one where it went right off the hands of I forgot his name, and that wasn't his fault. That wasn't his fault. That dude had that. When you come on, man, you were a coach. When you get 2 hands on the ball, you're supposed to catch it. Period.
You're right. You're right.
I don't want to be right. I want you.
I gotta take it. I gotta take it as a coach's aspect of it. So I know. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
but it doesn't go on a stat sheet for the receiver. It goes on a stat sheet for the quarterback. Which that should change, but that's another story for another time.
That's never going to change. I mean, that's never.
I'm just saying it should be considered.
Okay, let's dive into that real quick. I know we only got a few minutes left. Let's dive into that real quick. If the stat is changed from a quarterback stat to a receiver stat, what kind of stat would it be for the receiver? Would it be a drop?
It'll be considered a drop.
So then how are you going to figure it in as a turnover? Are you going to make drop pass a turnover? Because you can't do that either.
It's only a drop pass if it's a drop pass to like a pick. Like if it goes to their hands and it's an interception, you could call it like a drop interception. It's the stat still go to the quarterback, but it's like a I don't know how to put it, but
you can't do it.
Something has to happen. I'm sorry, something has to happen. It has to be called a drop. It has to be. But they don't put that in the wide receiver stats though. They don't. They don't. They go up on how many catches they had, how many receiver yards they had, and how many touchdowns they had. They don't like, how many drops they had. They could have 100 and something receptions, but have 40 drops. But nobody talks about that though.
Yeah. It's an interesting debate, and
it is.
It's probably one that the NFL would never address, because the quarterbacks are just that, and the way they protect those guys, if they do that and put that stat on a receiver or a tight end or a running back for that matter, I might just have to stop watching football, dude.
No, when do the wide receivers are held accountable? They're never held accountable for anything. Let's be real.
Yeah, but I mean, they are. The running
backs are held accountable. Offensive line held accountable. Quarterbacks held accountable, but not tight ends and receivers. Come on,
receivers. I just held Devontae Adams held accountable twice in this show on back-to-back plays, in which we needed him because we brought him in to be the finisher on offense, just like Max Crosby and Chandler Jones should be the finishers on defense. Devontae Adams was brought in to be the finisher on offense whenever we are either down by a score or trying to tie the game or whatever the case may be.
Hey, Kevin Wynn. They're held accountable for drops and fumbles. But the thing about it is the running backs have the fumble stat. They have the fumble stat. We look at the stat where wide receivers have the fumble stat under theirs?
They have the drop stat. They do have, in fairness to receivers.
Okay.
Yeah, they do have the drop stat. So, because CeeDee Lamb, who is considered to be a number one, he can't be a number one with the types of passes that he drops. He dropped one in Philadelphia on Monday night that was Cooper Rush couldn't take the ball and hand it to him any better than what he threw it to him. So that part right there, the drops is a big deal. When are we doing the show, bro? The Raider Critique wants to know when you're doing the show.
Hey, Raider Critique, man. If you ever want to come up on the Commitment to Excellent podcast, is every Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 11 p.m. Central Time. So if you ever want to come, because I know you're on the West, I think you're on the West Coast. I'm not too sure, or I think you're in Texas as well. Don't give me the line, Raider Critique, but listen, every Saturday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 11 p.m. Central, we will be here doing the podcast, bro. Absolutely. Watts, if you're interested in Watts, because I know you got a YouTube channel, let me know as well.
CTE, that's what we shortened it down to. I thought it was pretty clever.
Yeah, you confused me with that in the text message. I'm thinking, when you said CTE, I'm thinking of the concussion protocol, and I'm like, what? Wait. Oh, commitment to excellence. Okay, got it. Awesome. Got it.
Well, I tell you what, man. After wearing that Chiefs hat and having to wear that thing every Tuesday at 7:30 Central Time for a show divided, I might put myself in concussion protocol. Just saying. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying, man. This has been so dope, man. I'm glad we were able to recalibrate ourselves and get this done. I hope
Absolutely.
I hope the people out there have enjoyed what we've done. This is the second time we've done this. And just like the name of the podcast says, commitment to excellence, we're going to be committed to each other to do this every Saturday at the same time that Damien just mentioned. And I need a favor. I need a favor, Spotlight. I need a favor from you, man.
What's up, brother? What's up?
I need for you to tell everybody or to reinforce everybody after I say it. I need for everybody in the chat. You guys are Raider fans. I've been a Raider fan since 1974. Okay, I've been a Raider fan since the background that you see on my screen was rocking. I have a YouTube channel as well. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, man. Just look for the ShakeBack Media Group on YouTube. I need you guys to go out there and subscribe to it today, man. Please.
The link is in the description.
Please. Yeah, but you got to tell them too. You got to tell them.
The link is in the description. If y'all did not follow, you know what? This is what I'm going to do right now. This is what I can do for you right now. Just to make that popular. CTE podcast is the home of I forget. It's the home of Spotlight Sports Network. Spotlight Sports Network. That's where it's the home of. It's the home of the Spotlight Sports Network. It wouldn't be a Spotlight Raiders Talk if it wasn't for Spotlight Sports Network. That makes complete sense.
That's funny. Oh my god. Okay. That is too funny.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't go ahead and say what you were gonna say.
So
man.
basically what I'm gonna do is this, right? And let me see if I could pull this up real quick. So ShakeBack Media Group, if y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to this man's channel, because this man's been grinding, he's been working, he has so many type of shows, man. And I'm gonna put it right here for y'all in the chat.
Yes.
So that is the link to ShakeBack Media Group.
Yes.
So with that being said, make sure y'all go subscribe to the channel. Commitment to Excellence Podcast will be on his channel as well. His YouTube, Facebook, you name it, we got it. Watts Raider said Oaktown. Jack Kenner said 1975. Raider Critique said he just subbed. Watts Raider says since 1987. Free Thinker said he subscribed. You 40 Watts. I'm right. I'm not too far from you, bro. I'm not too far from. I'm not gonna tell my age, but I'm not too far. Just
why not? I just did.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I'll be 30. I'm 36, but I'll be 37 in March. So yeah. So absolutely.
So the thing is, bro, is this. I mean, all jokes aside, I mean, I know all of us, we love our Raiders. We love our Raiders. The NFL is just better when the Raiders are good. You can say the same thing about some other franchises out there too, but the dude says Sonny Hopkins is old. Freddie, Freddie, man.
That's probably not allowed on this.
Wait a minute, y'all so crazy, man. Because what was that? Was that Thursday or Friday? That was yesterday.
It was yesterday. Yeah,
and we were talking about
Coffee and Sports.
And we were talking about the LeBron James debate. Oh, by the way, I got a poll out on Twitter at ShakeBack Media Group. It is out there now. Who would you rather have the ball in their hands the last possession of the year, last possession of the game, of a game 7, down by 1? Okay, yes, it's out there on Twitter. Go and get your vote.
You're not a Raider fan, Freddie, so you are not allowed to come on this show. No, you are a fake Giants Rams fan. Get out of here. The last 2 years I've known you, Freddie, you've been with you as a Giants fan, and then when the Rams won the Super Bowl, because you say you from California, you're a Rams fan now. You ain't talking about the Rams in the whole 2 years I've known you.
Oh my gosh. Okay, we're not going to talk about basketball, and we're not going to talk about anything else other than you guys out there. We so appreciate you guys checking in and all of the comments. It's been a blast today. I hope this thing just continues to grow and get better. Number one, I have a corporate job that I am trying to fire, and you guys can help me. You guys can help all of us by doing that, by just hitting that subscribe button on YouTube, hitting that follow on Twitter and Instagram. That will help us get to the goal that we have set for ourselves and being able to fire our boss. One other thing, too, Darion, I got to plug myself here because this is all a part of it too.
No, go ahead. You got it.
The ShakeBack Media Group is more than just sports. We have a life coaching podcast with my wife and I. It's called Don't Jump, centered around mental health. We are also certified life coaches. We have expertise in a myriad of areas. You can go to the website www.shakebackgroup.com. Check us out. The first 10 people that inquire and wants to be wants to be coached, we're giving 20% off. The first 10 people. So come on.
And I just want to plug this in too as well, y'all, just to let y'all know. If anybody on the West Coast that's in Las Vegas that wants to go to the Raiders game this weekend, or tomorrow, go to SeatGeek and use our promo code Spotlight Sports Network. You get $20 off your first purchase. So if you want to buy tickets on SeatGeek to go to the Raiders game, baseball games, concerts, you name it, they have it all there on SeatGeek. Make sure you use the promo code Spotlight Sports Network. And in the links in the description, if you want to buy any Raiders gear, the Fanatics that we are partners with as well, make sure you go and do that. Get you some Raiders gear through our Fanatics partnership. And that's basically it, man. You know, we have lives outside of these podcasts, and I'm like I said, I'm preparing for school on Monday, trying to get myself mentally ready for that. My first class is actually business in the entertainment and media, so that's going to be a real test for me, because I mean I'm already in business with the network anyway, but this is going to be totally different from what I'm doing. So sports broadcasting and podcasting from the Dan Patrick program, that's going to be really fun. And like I said, make sure y'all subscribe to the ShakeBack Media Group, subscribe to the Spotlight Raiders Talk, subscribe to Spotlight Sports Network. And we're on all those platforms. We on Twitch, Spotlight Sports Network as well. So we're just live from everywhere, everywhere. Does it have to be a home game to use the promo code? No. It does not have to be a home game. It could be anywhere. If you want to go to Jacksonville and watch the Jacksonville Jaguars play the Raiders, if you want to go to any away games as well, it's for anything, away or home. Spotlight Sports Network is the promo code.
All good stuff right there. You know what? You, for going back to school and Fanatics and SeatGeek, you guys all deserve, and everybody in the chat that's watching, y'all all deserve this.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. I haven't set up my iPad and my Mac laptop. Thank you to Full Sail University, because Full Sail University give you the tools to be in this industry. Because now when you start out, they give you a MacBook laptop and an iPad. Once you finish your first couple of courses, you'll get the lighting. You'll get the green screen. You'll get the microphone. You'll get the audio. You're going to get a whole list of stuff that prepares you for sports broadcasting and podcasting. So it is definitely going to be dope, man. I'm very excited for Monday. Very.
Let me ask you a question on behalf of everybody out there watching. Is this a virtual class or is it on campus?
It's online.
Oh, that's even better.
It's online because their only campus is in Winter Park, Florida, and the crazy thing is about Full Sail, they already have their connection with WWE. They have NXT down there every Tuesday on their campus. So they already have that connection. They have that connection with ESPN and CBS Sports Network. When you leave, they'll have those job opportunities for you. So even if I'm an intern at ESPN, that's the goal that I want to be. I want to be at ESPN, but I would be more realistic on ESPN than what these guys are now.
Well, I think you do a tremendous job, and you don't need ESPN. ESPN needs you. Let me put it that way. And I say that because we should continue to pursue our dreams as opposed to working for somebody else and making their dreams come true.
Absolutely.
There you go. I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna give y'all that one free.
So, Watch Raider, before you go, did you go for the School of Sports Broadcasting and Podcasting? Because I did have financial aid, but I do have a momentum scholarship that cover all my equipment for Full Sail University. So that's why I just want to ask you that real quick, because the campus is really growing, and I think they're going to start expanding to other states. They're going to have to, because they have so many things there, from television to graphic design to gaming. They have so much stuff. Even music. If you're in the music industry, they have that as well. So that's why I asked. That was in 2013. Yeah, they cheaper now. Yeah, audio engineering is one. Yeah, audio engineering is one of the most expensive programs on Full Sail. That's why. Okay, so and they got the student loan forgiveness coming up too. But this is the Commitment to Excellence podcast. Episode 2 is definitely in the books. But before we go, Willie, what is your final score for Texans Raiders?
I got Raiders 31, Texans 20.
I got the Raiders 34, Texans 17.
Let's get it.
I take that. So, your third, yeah, because audio engineering is the highest program at that school. Yeah, audio engineering is definitely that. So, with that being said, y'all, thank y'all so much for being here. This will be on the audio side of the Spotlight Sports Network. So we will have it on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, you name it. We're going to have this show on those audio platforms. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Brother, it's been a pleasure working with you again, man. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, it ain't even work no more, man. This is all fun. Straight up.
And we just passionate about our Raiders team. Win, lose, or draw, we rock out, we rock out. So at the end of the day, y'all, peace out, y'all. And we'll see y'all tomorrow. I will be live for Texans and Raiders live play-by-play and reactions right here on the Spotlight Raiders Talk. I will be doing the live commentary of that game at 4:25 or 4:05 Eastern Standard Time. Willie, if you want to pop in, if you don't have nothing to do, if you want to pop in, I'll let you know.
All right, cool, man. I'll hit you up.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for being here. Love, peace, and hair grease. Had to use that old saying. But we out of here, y'all. Peace out.
All right, peace out, y'all.
Hi, my name is AJ Cole, and I'm the punter for the Las Vegas Raiders, and you are now watching Spotlight Raiders Talk.